What's up, guys? How we doing? So we had the MXGP in Spain, and I really thought the weather was going to hold out, but it rained, and it was a mud fest. And I watched it on MXGP TV. Now, this is the biggest scam since Lucas Oil had the Nationals. It's awful. And a lot more about the GP racers and their long 20-race series throughout 7 months. If you want your Nano Extreme sample, and you only get one, you are only eligible to get one sample. If you've had me email it to you, if you go click this link, they're going to kick it back to you. So don't double dip, but this stuff's amazing. Use the link that I've got in the description and head over there and get your free sample of Nano. Don't take my word for how good this stuff is. Use it yourself, and then when you're ready to purchase it, head over to Nano Extreme and use code Cooksy for free shipping. Check out Coach Rob's YouTube channel. He's got interviews, he's got information about physical fitness. He's talking to Ryan Hughes, Connor Fields, Jeremy Martin, Daniel Blair. I mean, he's just got some good stuff over there. So check out the Coach Rob YouTube channel.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So with the week off of racing here in the United States, I broke down and I bought MXGP TV, the subscription to where you can watch the MXGP races. And it's awful. It's absolutely awful. Now the coverage is good. JT, Paul Malin, the camera angles. What I have a problem with is this damn thing buffers every 20 seconds. I watched more of a spinning wheel than I did of the races. I like to fast forward through all the garbage and just get to the racing. I couldn't do it. Every time I did it, it would spin. I'd have to reset. It was a nightmare. I ended up just finally giving up towards the end and just going over to YouTube and watching the highlights on YouTube, because on YouTube, it actually works. I wish the Luongos and this pile of money that they have could fix your damn server so this thing's not reloading every 20 seconds. If I'm going to pay $20-something a month, I think it's like $30 a month, $150 for the year, completely taking advantage of us motocross fans, but I'm stupid and I paid for it. I don't know how much longer I'll keep paying for it. I went to month, but if I can't get this thing to work, I'm out. Screw them. And when I'm watching the MXGP races, I can't help but think, these guys don't get paid anything. The only money they get is from their own personal sponsors, the team. I complain a lot about our American riders not getting enough money, not getting a piece of the TV package, but they still at least can pay, they at least get their entry fees back. These guys get nothing. It's like Davey Coombs called up Luongo and said, oh man, we only have to pay 3% back to our riders. We're killing it over here. And Luongo's like, yeah, hold my beer. We don't pay him anything. What a bunch of suckers we are in this motorcycle industry to let these promoters just straight rip us off. I have no idea why these teams and manufacturers put up with this. They need to have a backbone and stand up to Luongo and just be like, hey, bro, yeah, we need a part of the entertainment dollars that you're getting, because I guarantee they're doing really well. If they're charging $150 for the season, and there's many knuckleheads out there like me who have paid for this, yeah, they're doing okay. Actually, so many people have paid for it, it's shut down their damn server, so I can't hardly even watch it. Time to upgrade, time to chip in for the riders. Stop being so damn cheap. I know that Luongos are mobsters and they want to keep all their money themselves, but come on, now you're actually costing yourself money by not upgrading the server at least. Anyway, to the on-track racing. It was a mud fest. And Tim, No Visor Gajser, I don't know if I can call him that anymore. He looked so smart and in control. He looked like he knew what he was doing out there. He went out there, rode smooth, smart, and won both motos easily. I mean, he looks like a veteran. He doesn't look like that guy who used to just pin it to win it. And when it comes to a race like this, it's not the fastest guy that always wins. It's the guy who makes the least amount of mistakes, rides the smartest, and just gets through. You almost have to survive. It's almost like a cross-country race when you have these types of conditions. You have to manage the bike. You have to manage your goggles. And I do really like the situation they have in MXGP. You can't ride with no goggles. If you throw your goggles, you got to go in the goggle lane and pick up new ones. You're not allowed to ride without them. And I like this because I hate when I see guys going out there with no goggles. I'm like, if you lose an eye, that might be the end of your career, your vision. It's very important to have eye protection out there. It's one of the most key components. I think we should adopt something very similar in the racing over here, because I don't want to see guys racing outdoors with these. I mean, you see what guys' chest looks like after the race, where it looks like they've just been getting hit with paintballs. You get a couple of those in the eye, you never see again. So I would really like to see a goggle lane implemented into our motocross. to where if you throw your goggles, you have to come in the next lap and get a new set. How about Fantic? A lot of you guys don't even know what Fantic is. It's the brand of mountain bike I have. But they also make dirt bikes. And they got Glenn Coldenhoff and his teammate, Andrea Bonacorsi. They went 2-3. 2 Fantics on the podium. I know it's a mud race, but that's pretty impressive to have, what I know as a mountain bike brand. And, I know they make dirt bikes and that's their primary, but I know them as a mountain bike brand. To see them go 2-3, pretty impressive. And young Lucas Coonan, man, he showed his youth out there. That first moto, he came bombing into that first turn. He wanted the lead. He wanted it bad and just threw it away in the mud. Then he charged up. I think he got like 9th in the first moto. Great recovery considering what he had done. And once you land in this giant pile of mud to get back on the bike and continue, it's not easy. But he rode his ass off. Then in the second moto, he was riding really good. Actually had the lead for a little bit, but he didn't ride calm. You look at Gajser. Gajser's like taking what the track would give him. Coonan was racing like he was in timed qualifying, trying to drop the fastest lap time, and it caught him and he made mistake after mistake. But that's just youth. He'll come across, he'll get better. But I really like the way this Coonan kid rides. He's tall. Lucas is anyway, not Sasha. But Lucas looks really smooth on that bike, and I think he's going to be a problem for these 450 guys. I think he's going to make enough mistakes that they're not going to have to worry about him for the championship, but he is going to win some races. The other 2 heavy hitters, Renault and Fevre, they struggled a bit out there. They both didn't look happy to be there. They were both trying to salvage points, and when you make mistakes on this muddy track, it's like they just compound it over and over. I think both these guys are just glad to get out of there and get on to another race. They're not too far behind in points, and it's such a long series, 20 rounds over 7 months. And then you add to that, there's 3 points paying races. There's not just 2. There's 2 motos, but there's the qualifying race that you can gain 10 points every week. There's a lot on the line, and there's no need to force it like Lucas was doing. These guys understand that, and they're like, you know what? Let's just move on to the next week. And speaking of goggles, check out Ride Strapped. Best goggles, glasses, shirts. Head over to Ride Strapped and get your goggles and maybe a red pill shirt. Ridestrapped.com. Precision Transport. If you're shipping anything and you're tired of shipping companies jerking you around, hit up Precision Transport. This is a family-owned company that puts a big emphasis on customer service, reasonable pricing, and getting you the tracking number so you can follow your package wherever it goes. Hit up pretransport.com. Alias MX gear. It is making a comeback. Head over to Alias MX and check out the new gear. It's really high quality gear. This is the same stuff they used to wear for the Geico Honda team back in the day, and it kind of went away. It's making a comeback. So head over to Alias MX and check out the gear that they have. It looks really good and it's super high quality. In the 250 class, Liam Everts looked like his dad out there. He rode so smart, took what the track gave him. And in the first moto, he had the Honda rider, Ferocho Zanke. I think that's how you say his name. Obviously, I'm not very good at pronouncing names, but I'm just going to call him Zanke. Zanke was just, you can tell when a rider has the lead in a moto and they don't care that it's a 2-moto event. They are cashing in their chips and they're going for the win in this one moto, no matter what happens. That's what Zanke did in the first moto. Liam Everts recognized this. He kept the pressure on, but he wasn't going to make a mistake or do anything that would cost him the second place. He's in this for the championship. Zanke, he just wanted to get that moto win, and you could see it, and he did, and he was very happy about that. Liam's teammate, Kai de Wolf, was also in championship mode. Both these guys knew, on a day like that when it's super muddy, you can't win the championship, but you can dig yourself a big hole if you have a really bad day in that mud, which is exactly what Sasha Coonan did. Sasha Coonan had a disastrous day points-wise. And I don't think he's as good as his brother. I watch his brother ride, and I think his brother's a little bit better. Lucas is a better rider than Sasha. But Sasha's pretty damn good and can very well win. He reminds me a lot of like Jeremy Martin with his style. And I think being shorter, the mud really affected Sasha. And he compounded mistakes. You make one, leads to the other. And that's how it is on a mud race. Once you fall, then your hands are muddy, then your bike's heavier, and then you're pushing to make up what you lost, and you make another one. That happened to Sasha all day long. Today's a day he would like to forget, but luckily there's not a big time off. They go next week in France, so he's only got 6 days to worry about it, and he can get on and put in a good ride in France and totally forget about it. As bad as Sasha Coonan's day was, he's only 25 points down, and in a 7-month 20-round series with points paying on qualifier, first and second motos, As far as digging a points hole in one day, he did a pretty good job digging a hole for himself. I think he'll be fine, but he's going to have to learn how to manage his bad days. If you have to do like what Kai DeWolf did today. He knew he didn't have it. He didn't want to go out there and have a big deficit, so he took what the track gave him, and he got second overall. And now he's got the red plate with a 25-point lead over Sasha Kunin and a 6-point lead over Liam Everts and Adamo. But I really hope that it's a dry race in France. I want to see these guys. I hate mud races. I think they're so boring. It's survival. It doesn't really tell you anything about these guys other than who can manage on a bad day. So I hope France has got some better conditions, and we'll see what these guys can do on a dry track in France. Thank you, members. I appreciate everything. I am going to be touching on MXGP quite a bit more this year. I am not an MXGP expert, nor do I claim to be, but I love dirt bike racing, and I like watching these guys. There's a lot of talent in that series, and it's very different than what we have over in the United States. So I'm going to be breaking it down. GP regulars, feel free to call me out when I get a name wrong or I get something wrong. There are a few different rules. Like I said, the 10 points in the qualifier, the goggle lane. And hey, kudos to MXGP for stepping up and using the correct tough block. They use the same ones they use in the Paris Supercross down the start straight. So hey, as hard as I am on, the MXGP guys and the fact that they pay nothing to the riders, at least they put the right tough blocks out there. So I will give them credit for that. Thank you, members. Appreciate everything. You guys are all entered. Everybody who is a member, and as long as you join before March 31st, you are entered to win the Cooper Webb Red Bull helmet. This was donated, and then that sponsor, we had a falling out. So Nano